So, welcome back again. So, in the last video, we just learned about variables and we just dived into data types too, just a little bit. In this video, I will go deeper in data types and just, the types of it and dealing just with that. So, we'll be learning about the types of data types or introduction of data types, of course, like primitive data types, non-primitive. We will use integers, decimals, characters, booleans. These are the types and we'll also go through the type conversion. So before anything, I'll just go with a simple introduction to data types, okay? So I want you to understand data types, like every variable has a data type, or type is assigned to every variables. Of course, there's not like a variable doesn't exist without a type. So every variable has a data type which defines what kind of value it can store or it stores actually. So there are two main categories. I have said it like primitive and non-primitive. Primitive data types are the data types that stores values like numbers, characters, whereas non-primitives are those variables that store objects, arrays, and more complex data structures. So first we'll be going through primitive data types, of course, because these are basics too, and these are also used most of the time. And so the first thing is I have already said integers. So the first thing is to just I have said it in previous video too, just to make a variable just an integer variable, then you can just declare the type int and sorry, my number equals to 10. Simple as that. That is the thing. Now for just printing out it, what you can do is system dot out system dot out dot print parental. You can just write this and you can get a number and now for this to concatenate a string, just the string and to put a variable number or variable string, you can just put a plus sign in between of them to connect them. So just my and you and here, just run it now, a semicolon here and run as Java application. Okay, you can see here the number is 10. So this is integer. Now for storing a decimal value, yeah, as I have already said, you can go with double decimal, and this equals to 5.5. And similarly, you can print it as that, like decimal, 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 and just run it again. You can see it. Yes, it can store the double stores the decimal values. And similar to this, the the character values, you can store it in the data type of string my text equals to hello. You can again print it as the same char the exit text, and you can just run it again, and you can just see the output here, and you can see and just by seeing this, just by doing this, you are very familiar with the data type like integer, double, and string, which is used for characters.